Hey Blue Table fans, today we're going to talk about the Skaven Plague Wind Mortar. These two models came from the Isle of Blood kit put out by Games Workshop, which is currently the 8th edition Fantasy Basic kit. It's a really good bargain, and you can also find these split up on places like eBay or online bits stores. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about how they work and why I like them so much. They are relatively expensive for toughness 3, 1 wound, but they do get a bonus save if they're close to their parent unit. So they're bought as an upgrade to a unit like this, say of clan rats. And so here's how they work. They can fire at any visible target, or they can fire at a target that's visible to their parent unit if they are within 3 inches. So one great thing about this unit is that you can hide them right behind the parent unit if you want, or you can hide them behind anything. As long as they're within 3 inches of the parent unit, they can use their line of sight. And in Warhammer Fantasy, line of sight means it's within the front arc, 90 degrees, and you can draw a line from the eyeball of the originating model to the head, torso, legs, or arms of the target model. In this case, some Lothern Sea Guard have volunteered for hazardous duty. By the way, these are also from the Isle of Blood kit, an absolutely fantastic bargain if you ask me. And so the reason I love these guys is, first off, they're move or shoot. So they can move their whopping 5 inches, and they can march, but then of course they can't shoot. So that you can move 5 inches, reposition, and it goes, the range is minimum 6. So they actually, if these guys were right here, they could not shoot at them. But they go up to 24 inches, which is a very respectable distance on a typical Warhammer Fantasy board. I've never really had a problem getting them into range of something good. And so, however, oh, by the way, if you do use the line of sight of the parent unit, the unit they were bought as an upgrade for, your deviation is double the die roll. So basically, you just place this wherever you please in line of sight. So you put it like that. This would, I do believe, this would really affect all 12 of these guys here. So it's possible to get like between 15 and 25 hits, if of course it doesn't scatter. So in this case, it says it goes 8 inches that way. So if these guys, if this was behind here and using the parent unit's line of sight, then that would go 16 inches. So anyway, but you do play the odds when you're a Skaven. It's a hard knock life for the Skaven. So I usually take a good 3 Plague Wind Mortars. You can take more, obviously, as long as you have parent units for it. And they can be absolutely devastating. So what happens is, it's a warpstone weapon, so that means it's magical, and which is very interesting. I mean, you can really blow people's minds with that, and because it can affect ethereal units and so forth. However, sometimes people will get bonuses against magic attacks. So the models that are affected, the one that's right under the hole, which can, I'm not sure about this, but I think that can only be 1 figure. I don't think you can put it on the cross of a bunch of figures. But if you can, geez, I would love that. But I'm pretty sure you can only get 1 under the hole. And so this is, it wounds on a 4-up, no matter what the toughness of the target is. And all the other models affected are wounded on 5-ups. So there's no, toughness absolutely does not matter with this. And it also ignores saving throws, which is with no armor saves of any kind. Nope, it just says with no armor saves. I don't know if that matters, but there you go. And basically, and guys that have protective gear, they are only wounded on 5-ups. So sometimes Skaven, if they hit themselves, they are only wounded on a 5-up. That's not that big a deal, but there it is. Now, if you roll a misfire, which is this lovely guy right here, the thing you don't like to see. And by the way, if you're shooting 3 plague mortars for, you know, 3 turns, you're definitely going to get a few misfires. So on a 1 or a 2, they are, place the large rounds of weapon team, and then so they explode. So you place the small template. No, it's the large round template. Oh my gosh. So these guys can explode quite heartily. So that would be who's affected. So definitely keep them 3 inches away from friendly models. Thank you very much. A 3 through 5, the opponent can place the template anywhere he likes within 3d6 inches of the intended position. So that is really a good thing to bear in mind when you're choosing a target for this. Keep it away from your own guys, just in case you misfire. There's actually a 1 in 12 chance that your opponent will be able to get to place that template. And then, of course, the last result is on a 6 is clogged, which means they simply can't fire that turn. All right, folks, that is your friendly neighborhood poisoned wind mortar. I keep saying plague mortar. I'm really sorry about that. It's a poisoned wind mortar, and that is what that guy looks like, and is how to use it. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope you got your inspiration for the day.